European news network Morning News. In the news today, the Belgian government has announced... Hang on. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. A huge coastal flood has hit the British territory of Gibraltar on the Strait of Gibraltar. Experts are saying this happened likely due to the excessive rainfall in the last few weeks, which has caused the ocean to flood onto land. Other areas affected include the municipality of Algeciras and a town of Rifa. For more details, here is our special correspondent, Harry Peckover, who is reporting live from Gibraltar. Harry.
Hello and welcome to rainy Gibraltar, where a massive coastal flood has just occurred. Coastal flooding occurs when dry and low-lying land is submerged by seawater. The range of a coastal flooding is a result of the elevation of floodwater that penetrates inland, which is controlled by the topography of the coastal land exposed to flooding. This has had a catastrophic effect on Gibraltar, and it has also had a devastating effect on the surrounding areas. Now Archie Fisher, who is a soldier at the Gibraltar military base, and he is going to tell us how to keep safe during the flood. Archie.
It's been an exhausting day evacuating our people to safe grounds from this unexpected terror. The main thing that's deadly is buildings in general. The water weakens the structures and that causes them to fall over, potentially being deadly. I've tried with all I can to get everybody to safe ground. They sometimes must leave things behind like pets or antiques. It's all very sad to watch things or people be left behind.
For information on what the flood has done to Gibraltar, the British naval and air bases have been obliterated and are believed to have left little to military resources in all destruction. Satellite reports all the aircraft have been left in an unflyable state, and it is believed that many ships have been survived, and some are missing. Also, many buildings have been devastatingly destroyed, leaving many people homeless and traumatized. Now back over to Harry, our special correspondent in Gibraltar, to interview them.
Hello again, and now I'm with local Andrew Faulkner. Over to you.
This morning I woke up and my bed was floating. By the way, why do you have to act quickly during a flood? Because it's an emergency.
Okay, that is enough. Right.
Well, take a break for now, but ENN News will be back later with more headlines. Bye for now.
Breaking news. A hurricane has hit Honolulu, Hawaii, although there are hardly any hurricanes there. This is the first time since Hurricane Douglas hit, the closest one to Honolulu.
The biggest hurricane in Hawaii was Hurricane Iniki that was 140 miles per hour, but this hurricane is currently reaching speeds of 160 miles per hour.
When a cyclone becomes 74 miles per hour, it is classified as a hurricane or typhoon.
Let's go over to James in Honolulu for more details.
Testing, is this thing on? Hello, I'm here at the scene of the hurricane with a witness.
Hello.
What was it like to experience the hurricane firsthand?
Oh, it was dreadful. Trees blew down, the circuit breaker box to our house exploded, and my daughter was watching the storm when the wind hit, and a tree blew down directly above the roof, above her bedroom window. Awful.
That must have been terrifying. Now, back to the studio. I better get out of here.
Thank you, James, for this information.
That was stressful.
I'm glad you got back safely, James.
Now back to the news.
We interrupt this program for breaking news. There has been a report about an extremely dangerous earthquake here in Hawaii.
You're probably wondering where Autumn is. That's because she's at the scene of the earthquake. Here's Autumn in Hawaii while the earthquake is taking place. Over to you, Autumn. How is it at the scene of the earthquake?
Testing. Are we on?
Yes, you're on live, Autumn.
It's shaky here and it is extremely dangerous. Lots of buildings are falling and you can be hit by one. Caleb, do you have any safety advice to help me during a chaotic earthquake?
Yes, I do have advice. If you are inside during the horrible natural disaster, make sure to get under a table at once. And if you are outside during it, remember to avoid tall buildings, telephone poles and other large objects. Back to you, Autumn.
Yes, do what Caleb said to keep you and your family safe. I'm going to make my way back now.
Now that Autumn is back, she will explain the impact of an earthquake.
Earthquakes have immediate and long-term health impacts on health. Immediate health impacts include trauma-related deaths from buildings collapsing. A trauma-related death or injury is from apnea, severe brain or spinal cord injury, or rupture of the heart. Hundreds of people die and lose their homes.
Thank you, Autumn. Now we'll talk about what an earthquake is. An earthquake is the sudden release of strained energy in the Earth's crust, resulting in waves of shaking that radiate outward from the earthquake source.
Wow, that's remarkably interesting.
I would now like to talk about how earthquakes occur. When the stress on the edge of the tectonic plates overcome the friction, there's an earthquake that releases energy in waves that travel through the Earth's crust and cause the shaking that we feel.
Don't worry, we are almost done blabbering on about earthquakes. Just remember to get under a table during an earthquake. Bye!
There has been a terrible avalanche in Switzerland. An avalanche is when a layer of snow collapses and falls downwards, reaching speeds up to 80 miles per hour in 5 seconds. They're caused by heavy snowfall with weak layers of snow that can be moved by vibration or movement or storms or warm temperatures. Fun fact, 90% of the time people actually cause avalanches. We have Timmy live at the scene. Can you tell us what happened?
Thanks, Ashley. I'm here in Switzerland where 96 people have been killed by a mass rock, snow, ice and soil that has tumbled down the mountain. It has devastated the town, destroying buildings and burying the rubble, and people are under a layer of snow that looks like concrete, with a risk that more avalanches could occur in the area. Here are some safety advice. First, learn the signs of an avalanche. Second, learn first aid and how to use rescue equipment. 3, follow the avalanche warning on roads. 4, if there's a risk, wear a helmet and carry an avalanche alarm to rescuers to your location. 5, if caught in one, make yourself an air pocket immediately so you can breathe. Then try to swim yourself out to the surface, keeping your teeth clenched and your mouth shut. Back to Ashley and Sophie at the studio.
Thanks, Timmy. We'll have more updates on the 10 o'clock night show. Until then, good evening, stay safe, and thank you for watching.
Breaking news. A landslide has hit Jakarta in Indonesia. It has already destroyed over 100 houses, so everyone must evacuate. In December 2014, a landslide in a village in Indonesia killed 64 people. This landslide has currently killed 75 people. Let's speak to Grace in Jakarta for more information.
Julia, can you explain everything that's going on?
Thank you. Everything in Indonesia is slowly being destroyed at this very second. Homes, schools and buildings are gradually being eliminated. Families are being separated and people are running for their safety. It's truly devastating.
Thank you, Julia.
Landslides are formed by earthquakes, droughts, and other natural disturbances. This landslide was caused by a volcanic eruption. This was caused by Mount Merapi erupting.
Thank you, Grace. Now back to the news.
Good morning, everyone. We have some breaking news to share with you today. Well, as a matter of fact, a tornado has been spotted in the outskirts of Wales. So far, it has not hit land yet, but thanks to our weather specialist, Brody, and the military, we have figured out that the tornadoes is on impact for Wales. Now, first of all, the authorities have said that their main priority is the safety for Wales, and that anyone visiting or living there should remain calm throughout the disaster. We're going to pass it on to Brody now, since he's more of a weatherman.
Well, thank you, Brandon. To begin with, you should go to a place in your house on the lowest floor possible with no windows if you do not have a basement. Make sure you have something such as a blanket or pillow underneath, a sturdy table or bathtub to stay safe. Now on to the wind speeds. Some locals are saying the wind is terrible, but they are just experiencing a light wind from the tornado. So be prepared, everyone, because it is going to be a rough ride for you this morning because it's reaching up to 120 to 150 miles per hour. Now we have a special visitor, Nathan, who is at the scene right now. Passing on to you, Nathan, from the studio.
Hi there, folks. The weather is crazy. Loads of pedestrians are running to shelter. Anyway, the weather is getting a lot worse over here, so get somewhere safe with no windows, as Brody said. Now, just safety advice on how to know when a tornado is going to occur. So, when wind variations with high support rotations in the updraft, this causes a tornado. Now, when the wind speeds are strong, so is the tornado. It is also highly likely that when a tornado is not moving right or left and getting bigger, it's coming at you. If it's getting smaller, on the other hand, it's going away from you, most likely. Whoa! Wait. It is really starting to get crazy here, as you can see right now. I'm going to head to the shelter they have set up now. Oh, one more thing. Passing on to Brody. See everyone later. Bye!
Hello again. Thanks for that, Nathan. That is all for today, folks. If you want to know what's on for tomorrow, tune in a little later at 6 p.m. and we'll give you some more details on the impact of the tornado on Wales. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6.
Wildfires. There has been a devastating wildfire just above the small town of Largs. Hawks Hill, Eastleigh have been burned into the ground after a major and rare heat wave.
Wildfire are destructive, dangerous natural forces that form from heat, that then explodes into flames, sending smoke plummeting angrily into the air. Wildfires burn as long as they can, and that can sometimes even be deadly. Unfortunately, many animals die or get severely injured during these extreme fires. Few survive the suffocating danger surrounding them. Luckily, there is almost always one survivor. That's when specially trained people step in and quickly transport on foot the poor animals to another safer forest or habitat which they would now call home.
Fun fact, wildfires move at an average of 14 miles per hour.
Many animals have died in wildfires, and sadly the recent Largs fire killed many animals like birds and foxes, but only one camper passed away. Wildfires can occur in the day and at night.
How to survive a wildfire. Hopefully you will never encounter one of these terrible fires, but we cannot control this, so to survive we must take action. Don't breathe the smoke in because it can suffocate you. Cover yourself in mud or wet blanket, or escape to water or a road where there's nothing to burn till the flames have almost completely died out, and take your chance and make your way. Remember to keep an open mind that the madness could strike again.
Thank you for listening to The Scotsman on the BBC Radio Scotland. By Michabel, Lily Brooke,
and Rania.
Stay safe.
Hello, and welcome to NAT News. In the news today, Nairobi has just been named the City of the Year. Wait a minute. I have just received some breaking news. A drought has hit the northern region of Somalia, particularly in the region surrounding Galkio. For more info, let us go over to our correspondent, Dara Hogan. Dara.
Here I am in Kidado, just outside the area of Somalia affected by droughts. The drought was caused by the lack of rainfall in northern Somalia. The city of Galkaya faces no real threat, but towns such as Batinle, Kagaran and Bursala no longer have running water, and crops have completely failed. Soldiers are attempting to evacuate the towns. Here with me now are two evacuees from the town of Kagaran.
Hello, my dad is a farmer, and when he saw the crops in the field had died so suddenly, he knew there was a drought and told us we needed to leave.
We saw that a lot of other families were being evacuated by soldiers. I'm glad you are safe.
Thank you. Back to you, Harry.
Now, here is Archie to explain what a drought is.
A drought is a prolonged period of dryness in an area and can last for weeks. It's caused by a lack of rainfall and occurs mainly in Africa and the Middle East. Back to you, Harry.
Well, we are going to take a break, but NAT News will be back soon with more headlines. Bye for now.